What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's X speaking here, and we're going to be talking about Anthem's patch 1.04, which is the upcoming patch, and what changes and improvements that brings. So first off, we're going to be talking about the Elysian caches, and this is pretty exciting for me personally, as Elysian caches are available at the end of the strongholds when the boss has been killed. So what are Elysian caches? So what they are chests that of course contain vanity items and crafting embers, which is pretty exciting. So I feel that adding this into the game, of course the vanity items are an extra, but the most important thing here to look at is the crafting embers. If we're going to be able to get more embers by completing strongholds, and this isn't the only thing we're getting from the strongholds and what they're actually adding, you know, embers are very useful in the game to recreate masterwork weapons and re-roll them. You know, I was actually trying the other day to re-roll my divine vengeance and get a god roll one. Didn't manage to do it, but hopefully now that there's, you know, going to be an opportunity in the game to get more embers to craft these weapons, it just gives it more playability and more meaning to the strongholds just by actually just adding this in. It's pretty exciting, so I'm really happy they're going to be doing this. It sounds cool as well, Elysian caches. So what happens is you'll get a key for the cache by completing a select daily challenge. Once you actually get the keys, you can of course go into the stronghold with the squad and complete the stronghold, and of course at the end you get the chest from defeating the boss. But everyone in the squad receives the rewards, but if all 4 players have the keys, you will get 4 rewards, which is very exciting. And the number of keys is listed in 4 tasks next to how much coin you have, which is pretty important to know how many you have, so you can identify it. So guys, on to Forge improvements. So guys, we're no longer going to be seeing loading screens when we actually go into the Forge, and it can actually now be accessed anywhere from 4 tasks. And all equipped components are now listed under the weapons and gear tab. These improvements are incremental steps to Forge improvements, of course, so there's no actually further updates on Forge improvements. They're the 2 main ones, but I think them alone are a great improvement. Now, more exciting things, we're going to be talking about loot. So, you know, loot's been a big talk in Anthem, and of course being the main part of the game. So, as we all know, as we've all been experiencing, loot has not been great. And they have been trying to, you know, add little patches, live updates to try and make the loot better. But from 1.04 onwards, we are going to be seeing a massive change and massive improvement, in my opinion. And the reason why is because stronghold bosses will still guarantee you masterwork on the GM difficulties. However, now the remaining loot can be rolled for masterwork or legendaries, and strongholds and free play chests will see improved drop rates for rarer gear, meaning they are going to vamp up the drop rates. And of course I would imagine GM1, GM2 and GM3 will have different percentages. We're not sure of the actual percentage it's going to be increased by, but as long as it's increased and we see a massive difference in loot drops, etc., that will be fine by me. So this excites me quite a lot, guys. Legendary missions, and you know, they're going to be added to the game, we know, and basically they're more difficult replayable critical path missions. So story missions, there'll be 6 missions on release with 1 playable each day, so per day you'll be able to play those. There will also be an apex creature at the end of each mission. These can either be the Ursix, Titan, Luminary or Fury. You do not need to start a conversation with NPCs to initiate these missions. They will always be on the map, so that's very useful. And you know, we're going to elaborate on this. So legendary missions, I think this will be good. It just offers something else to do other than contracts, strongholds, etc. And you know, only having 1 to do per day, it's gonna reap good rewards as you're gonna be fighting a tough enemy at the end of it, and hence why it's called legendary mission. So we're gonna have legendary contracts, legendary missions. We're just gonna have a load of stuff to do. More content is always better, in my opinion. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section, and I do enjoy the stories, so playing you know, a story mission is gonna be great. This isn't for the console player, so this doesn't actually affect me, but I thought I would actually just add this in to the video just for you guys who play on PC, who want to know and just want a heads up on it. So field of view options, so FOV sliders have been added to the PC version of the game. These options include ground field of view, zoomed field of view, pilot field of view, flight field of view, swim field of view. Okay, so you know, I do play on PC as well. I just don't play Anthem. I have my friends on console, but this it's pretty exciting news for those. And of course, why we don't have that on console is because of stability issues it would cause, and I think everyone is aware of that. So that's for you PC players, hopefully that excites you. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit more about miscellaneous sort of changes, improvements, and a lot of various fixes, whatnot. So salvaging in the vault should be near instant now, and basically I think they're adding sort of a way to select multiple weapons, gear, and etc. to dismantle them and get rid of them all at once, because it is kind of annoying trying to hold down square or whatever console you plan, or PC, whatever it is, to hold it down on there and get rid of it. Just holding each individual item down to get rid of them, it's really annoying. So I'm glad they've actually addressed that and added that into it. Of course, lots of the fog walls have been removed, especially in strongholds. I cannot just don't get me started on this. This was really annoying because I was playing a stronghold mission the other day with some friends, and I think it might have been Tyrant Mine, I think it was, and I literally got stuck out and I could not get past a certain bit. It wouldn't spawn me to my teammates for a while. I'm not sure what was going on, and my mates had a little bit of a laugh with me about that, but hopefully they remove near enough all of them from the game now, because they are pretty annoying, and it seems as though they're going to be doing that. It looks promising. Also, we're going to be seeing more improvements to bugged quick play missions. So if a mission surpasses the 15-minute timer, you can no longer be match made into it, which is good. You can also no longer be match made into a stronghold after 2 minutes have elapsed within the stronghold, and of course quick play isn't included in this, but that is a useful feature that's going to be added. Also guys, the bug where your respawn time would reset if your revive was cancelled has actually been fixed, and will be fixed, by the way. Obviously the patch isn't out yet, but will be addressed. This is one that occurred a lot in my gameplay and still actually occurs, so once the actual patch drops, this will be eliminated from the game, and it is the bug where you could no longer interact with the environment or revive teammates. It happened multiple times and caused me to fail a few strongholds, on the bosses, etc., because I couldn't actually get my teammates up, and fiddling about trying to actually get the button press to come up to revive them meant me getting killed, which was sad. Right, this one is really good and was needed. So javelin thrusters have now been improved by 20% across the board. Overheat time has also been reduced by 20%. So now we're going to be able to fly for longer, which is good. Just a nice little boost for us there. I'm not sure how this one's going to go. May be a little bit controversial once it is put into the game when the patch drops, but now you're going to be able to hold down melee button to melee with the interceptor. However, this won't apply to the ultimate ability, and I think the devs are going to test and see the reactions from the players to see if they're going to go ahead with this and keep it in the game. I personally think this might be good, so you're just not button mashing. It's quite annoying. So it could be good, could be bad. Let me know in the comment section below. Those of you who are interceptor players, let me know. Right, so next up guys, more universal components have been added. One example of this is acid slugs, which improves shotgun damage and applies the acid effect if 7 pellets hit the enemy. So very useful. I do like that, and let me know your thoughts on that. Also, there have been various fixes and buffs to masterwork components. Hallelujah. I seriously am sick and tired of getting components with pointless, inscriptions on them. I'm not having it. I want really good inscriptions on my masterwork components from now, so hopefully buffing them will be a lot better. And I think this actually overall might mean percentages as well. I'm not sure, because there was one bugged for the storm, and I think that there's a few of them. So I think there's one for ice, shock, and fire, where there's a percentage that increases. I'm not sure, I can't think of it right now, but it's bugged. It will just say the percentage, it won't actually say a number, so that's bugged. So hopefully that gets addressed and fixed. Anyway, so the inconsistent armor bug should have been addressed, but we will need to see feedback from players if they actually have fixed it. So if we still experience those issues when it drops, then of course they will try and sort that out and resolve it. I never actually had this one, but there was a bug, and a couple of my friends had this happen, where strongholds, missions, contracts, they would go missing from your map. Apparently that's going to be fixed, so that's good. So masterwork ember drop rates have been increased, which is really good. So now we can actually craft more of our masterworks to try and get better rolls. Also, improvements have been made to address the pilot data error issue, which I had 5 times yesterday. Thank you. Hopefully that is going to be like a solid remove from the game, because I can't stand that happening. It just happens too often. So hopefully once the patch drop, that's eliminated. A little one here for us, which is quite convenient as well. So consumables can now be sorted by name and rarity. One that I think is going to work well is this one as well. When diving into deep water, the transition, of course, is now going to be smoother, which is a nice little thing they're going to be putting in there. So that's covered pretty much everything to expect from 1.04 update for Anthem, and other things we can expect to see will be increased. Inventory space, a stats screen, new enemies, new story missions, power scaling issues addressed. There's a load of stuff to cover. What I think is that Anthem is a game that's going to gradually get better over time. You just have to stick with it. Give the devs time to resolve, add what they're going to add, and it will be an even better game than it is now. I still enjoy playing Anthem, and a load of people do. Hopefully you're enjoying the content on my channel. Hopefully my commentary and explaining everything is fine. I am trying, and I do apologize if I'm rambling on a little bit, but I promise now that is enough from me. Hopefully you guys comment on this video and let me know your thoughts. I love to get involved with you guys. I love to know what you guys are thinking about the game at the moment, and what you think of the upcoming patch and what's involved in it. If you are new to the channel, subscribe, leave a like, comment below, like I say, get involved, talk to me. And that's going to be all from me, guys. It's almost the weekend, guys. The patch is just around the corner, so I'm really excited. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.